Hey, what's up? It's Courtney. Welcome to the 13 weeks of Halloween, week 2. This week I am embroidering a 3D, well, 2D portrait, but 3D hair for Wednesday Addams. So let's watch what I did. I had pre pre I guess prepared. Here, let's just use easy words. Prepared myself 2-strand threads that I then wound on. I don't even know what that is. It's a folder so that it would be easier for me when I did the hair. This is my first time using this fabric paint and I absolutely loved it, so I want to use it again. I'm not certain what I'll use it for. I drew out the general concept of what I wanted to do for this little Wednesday portrait on paper, and then I drew it again in embroidery washout ink on this burlap. I don't even know what this is. One of my sisters left this here when she was visiting. So I'm playing with this new paint to try to make like a foggy, eerie background. And then I go hang it so that it can dry. It's supposed to take 4 hours to dry. This was 90 minutes. I had clipped it and put it in front of the AC. I did not want to wait 4 hours. So then I come back and I'm going to start the embroidery for her body. I don't know what kind of stitch. It's straight lined stitch ish around her body to just do the basic outline. And then I do I guess it's an attempt at a satin stitch for her collar in just a plain white. I had pictured almost this exactly, but then my thread wasn't quite what I expected. It was way thicker than I expected, but it still worked on the burlap stuff. It was basically like working with carpet. I decided that when I was painting it because all of these little hairs come up and you have to like smush the hairs down. It's also kind of like, what's it called? Needlepoint, because it's got all those little holes. So it's a little bit easier to stay in place, but also a little bit harder to get your stitch exactly where you want it because you have slightly less options. So, whatever. And then I wanted to do very specifically, I needed it to be exactly what I was picturing in my head. Gold snakes. And my gold was kind of funky, but it fit through the needle, so I made it work. That was, yeah. And then it didn't wiggle like a snake at all, but that's all right because it's snakish. I still liked it. And then I wanted one on each side, as much symmetry as possible. And I don't know, satin stitch. I don't even know. An attempt at a satin stitch, I guess, for the body of the snake. And then I did a French knot eye, and some sort of a tongue. I don't know, backstitch tongue probably. And then after the snakes, I wanted to do moons. The moons, so I did a moon, and then I decided I didn't like the moon. So I took the moon out. Then I decided I was going to do it that way anyway, so I just kind of went for it. They were they were all right. I mean, I don't know how people do anything round. Mine aren't round, but they're close enough. I mean, is the moon truly round? I don't know. I'm going to go with no so that I feel better about my moons. Ugh, they're so cute. And then I had never done, what is it called? A hoop stitch, a daisy stitch. What's it called? The border one, the little hoop border outline stitch. I don't even remember what it's called. I had learned how to do that on this. I had figured out how to do like the little where you go and you make the little hoop, 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 hoop so you can outline it. I taught myself to do that because I felt like it's very, very important that it was outlined in those little hoop, hoop things. Loops. Is it a loop stitch? Literally don't know. I just kind of like do whatever when I sew or when I do any art. I just kind of do whatever. So this whole process, I was trying to take it one step at a time because I had no idea what I was doing. So the embroidery part is the easiest to just kind of wing. I don't know very many stitches, so I'm just going to kind of do a thing. I didn't know the hair stitch either. So I had looked at, like, there was this old-fashioned book with instructions and pictures, and I understood most of what it was saying, but somewhere along the line, like towards step 5, I got lost. So I just kind of made stuff up and did sort of what they said to do, and then kind of just like did whatever. It worked as long as you're gentle. Do not pull on the hair, and you can style the hair however you want. It was really fun. I'm getting ahead of myself by quite a bit. We're nowhere near the hair, but the hair was fun. The hair was why I wanted to do this project, but I didn't just want hair. I needed it to be a cute little thing of some sort, so I immediately thought to make her standing in like a little frame to hang on the wall. And then I didn't just want plain fabric as the background. That didn't seem quite right for this. So I just went hunting around and I found this burlappy stuff, which seemed perfect in my opinion for this weird vision I was having of this like hoopy, loopy, wiggly, round thing. I don't even know, but I still like it. It was pretty easy. This is just kind of just do whatever with art. And if it is even remotely what you were going for, hopefully you're happy with it. That's kind of my motto. I mean, it doesn't even have to be what you're looking for, as long as you liked it. Or even you don't have to like it. Did you like making it? That works too. I liked making this and I like how it looks. So I had fun with it. Just kind of willy-nilly doing literally whatever. So for the hair, the strands, for this particular hairstyle, since it's a braid, her hair has to be really, really long. So each strand, in order to not have to keep threading the needle, is like literally so long. So you have to be really, really slow and careful or you will get knots galore. I didn't get too many knots. I tried to be extremely slow and patient with this. I did definitely get some tangling, but I did pretty well. And the prepared threads beforehand help a lot. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I had done an attempt at the hair before this with 3-strand threads, and that was too thick. It didn't braid right and it didn't hang right. So for this, everything was 2-strand threads so that it hangs better. And then also I realized you need a part of the middle of the head. Otherwise you can't do the French braid. A lot of other hairstyles would have been fine just doing the outline of her hair, but because I specifically wanted Wednesday's braids, it needed the part down the middle. The part also helps, like if you want to do literally any hairstyle, that part in the middle helped us so much with making it more of a natural, like, kind of like a flat doll. So that's fun. Style it however you want. Change your mood. Change it to a different character. It was fun. I love the hair and the different textures. I just... oh my goodness. Also for my hoop, I didn't have any hoops that were small enough for this, so I went and took this hoop out of a kit. And when I wanted the hoop, I knew exactly where this kit was. Like I could see it in my head. I have a huge craft area. I knew exactly which drawer it was in. I knew exactly which bucket was in. And I found it immediately. When I was done with the hoop, I cannot find that kit. It's like I've never seen it before in my life. I looked in so many buckets. Oh, why is that how my brain works? I can't find it. I could not put it back in its rightful home. So it went with the other embroidery hoops, which means it's going to get lost forever because that's how craft supplies work for some reason in my craft vortex. Oh well, it's a fun craft vortex. I love it. I enjoy it quite a bit. It's got a compilation of so many different people's craft supplies. So when you want to make something, literally you can just like go in there, close your brain for a second, open your eyes, and you can find something you can make. It's a lot of fun. I think I only purchased the embroidery thread on this. Only some of it, only that one color because we were out of the black. And I used quite a bit of it for the hair. This is a few skeins. This is like 3 entire skeins just for her hair. So maybe if you want to play with the little hair background people, make them kind of small. My original one was like twice this size. It took so much hair. I used multiple different colors of hair just to try to keep it going because I wanted to see the final effect. Let me grab it. This was my original attempt. And it's fun. I mean, it's not quite right. I don't want to catch anything on fire. The hair in the back I needed to make it's yeah. So in order to get off the little bit of red that's now in the background, I needed to wash this ink off. So I put a bucket of cold water because I didn't want to be like rough with it. So just soak it for like, it was like maybe 5 minutes, absolute maximum. And then I hung it in front of the AC again like I did before. And then in order to make this like a little thing, I just hot glued popsicle sticks to the back for support and then a string around it so that you have something to tie it from. And I found a place to hang it. It's a little funky. I mean, I don't know what happened. I can't tie a braid, but it's cute. So come back for week 3 to see what I make. Thanks for watching.